Welcome to Real Life Investing. This is Al getting in contact with you guys. I'm going to talk to you about Goldfinch. This was one that was asked of me. I said, well, let me try to do a little bit of research and see what the heck we can find on this one. Goldfinch has it's a nice lending program. It's also combined with a lot of the real world assets. So this is an RWA, as a matter of fact. So it's got a lot going for itself. So just a heads up. Remember, whatever we say on the channel today is not financial advice. However, we just ask you to, if you like what you see today, like and subscribe to the channel. We definitely appreciate that. Volume looks like it's kind of up slightly. Market cap is down. Looks like the coin itself is down by 4%. So we're looking at like 67 cents today. I'm noticing a few things. Let's just go ahead to the 7-day before we do anything else. 7-day is going to be down 13%. This should be interesting. 1 month is slightly down at 7%, and the year is down 76%. Now, the all is down 89.96%. So round it off, overall is down 90% from the time of its inception. So just a heads up on that information. Market cap is pretty small right now, so that's good. So it's got all good ways to grow from where it's at the moment. Let's talk some more. Taking another look at Goldfinch or GFI, also known as, taking a look at the all-time high here. And I had some people get kind of sensitive about all-time highs. Don't get too sensitive if the all-time high you see is not the all-time high that you believe, etc. We're not too caught up in that. I'm not going to worry about that because the thing is, at the end of the day, they're all kind of close in proximity. Just because you see something different on one chart versus another, that's not gonna give us a count. So pay attention, do what you got to do. But we're not gonna read too much into that. Try not to look at this like it's some kind of crypto Bible or something. We're not trying to do all that. Not financial advice, but don't take yourself or the analysis too seriously that everything's got to be down to the last penny. Now let's go ahead and look a little bit. All-time high from what I see here is $34.29. That is way above where it is at the moment. You're looking at like trying to see what I can get here. Maybe that's yeah, that's like more than a 50x from here. So you're looking at about a 50x, okay? So in order to get back to the all-time high from where it is right now. So not impossible or not bad at all. One of the things we can say about this one, and as far as the markets, I know that it is definitely on Coinbase, Mexi, Gate, Kraken, some nice exchanges. So definitely it can get back there because it does have enough exchanges to get it back there. So let's just go ahead and keep our eyes moving a little bit more. Now let's go ahead to the other things that we need to look at today as well, which is the Bitcoin price, which is 117,000. Also, Ethereum is at 3,700 right now. Fear and Greed is at 63. Market cap is pretty decent at 3.86 trillion. We're nowhere near alt season. As you can tell, we're at 38 out of 100. But nevertheless, I mean, we're just going to keep the ball rolling regarding that. Also, this is a good opportunity and good time to look at GFI because we need to know what's up and is it worth looking at. So Bitcoin dominance right here is going to be about 60.7%. Ethereum 11.8. I'm just going to refresh that. Yep, it's looking good. Let's look at some news for GFI. RWA tokens reshape finance as centrifuge TrueFi Goldfinch drive utility driven adoption. Let's read the part about Goldfinch. Let's see. These protocols address systemic inefficiencies in capital access and yield generation, with Centrifuge and TrueFi focusing on decentralized frameworks, while Goldfinch prioritizes institutional onboarding. So that's what we're looking at in this case. Also, I think they mentioned Goldfinch partners with Apollo KKR to democratize private credit access via stablecoins. So you're going to be looking at a lot of private credit with Goldfinch, just a heads up on that. So let's see what else we're looking at in this particular case. Real world assets tokens are reshaping the intersection of blockchain and traditional finance, emerging as pivotal partners. Oh, what is this? Let's see. Centrifuge, TrueFi, and Goldfinch emerging as pivotal partners in August 2025. So that's next month. These projects are addressing systemic inefficiencies in capital access, lending, and institutional grade yield generation, signaling a shift towards utility-driven blockchain adoption. Nice. So we do have a lot of great things coming up with GFI. Looks good to me. I think a lot of great things are happening. GFI is also one of the 3 RWA tokens to watch in August. So this is good information as well. So let me see if I can get down there right away to GFI. Yeah, here it is. Goldfinch putting $1 trillion funds on chain. Goldfinch is now integrated into Nest Credit. Now anyone can get institutional grade yield from US Treasuries. Wow, that's huge, guys. That's huge. Private credit and crypto yield using the N Credit Vault. RWA revolution is here. So this is Nest and Goldfinch Prime. So this is really good material here, talking about how Goldfinch is different. So $1 trillion of assets are what we're looking at. So this is what we need to consider with Goldfinch. So awesome. Moving a little bit further, let's get to the next piece of information that we need. This is going to be from Inside Bitcoins. And if you can tell right here, number 8, one of the coins that Binance is going to consider adding is Goldfinch, GFI, right here. So just a heads up on that, guys. All right. Oh, there's Art Block too. Haven't seen that in a while. Well, we'll talk about that one later. So Goldfinch is definitely here, and definitely one that we want to maybe see on, Binance in the future. Hey, you never know. Keep your eyes open for that listing. Keep it moving a little bit here. Going to the actual, let's see, Twitter site, X site. World's leading private credit union credit funds now on chain. So this is your Goldfinch information here. Announcing the integration of BlackRock's HPS corporate lending fund on Goldfinch Prime. So Helend is a $98 billion fund that targets upper middle market companies with scalable yield strategies. TradFi meets tokenization, now available on Goldfinch Prime. I'm just going to go through this a little bit because, I did a little bit of history background of Goldfinch, and I will say this. It appears to me that they have definitely upped the quality of their lender. Notice right here, it mentions to you that you have upper middle market companies. This is like a very, very many steps above some of the people that they were lending to earlier. I really know that these guys had the, how can I say, the hearts in the right place, but I think they definitely upped their clientele, realizing, hey, we love everybody, but you got to have some money. You want to get, I'm just saying, if you want to borrow some money, you got to have some money to borrow some money. That's the funny thing about it, it's just funny, but it's the way it works. So right here, you can't get any bigger than BlackRock. So, automatically you see that you're going to have a winner here. What's this 12-month return, 12.6%. Oh, man, it's looking good. More stuff on Goldfinch Prime. So, I mean, this is awesome. Um, I think this is going to work out very well. Uh, Trying to see what else we want to say about this. Uh, but I don't think there's much else to say about this except the fact that understand this with all of these backers, Goldfinch Prime is going to kill it. I don't know how much they're going to rise. And listen, as much as I want to be, Captain Positive, I'm not going to say that they're going to get back to the all-time high. But hey, I think they're going to do very well. I always try to, give it the benefit of the doubt, like stuff like this. You want to at least give it a 10, 15x. But like I said, we'll not financial advice, but that's what I'm looking at. All right, let's go to the founders. This is one of the founders of GFI. It's like this, they got some really nice little ex Twitter sites. They're still doing a lot to how can I say, to promote their company, etc. They got a lot of good stuff in here. Um, so this was Heron Finance and some other financial stuff here. Trying to see what else I want to go. Is there anything else here to talk about? I don't think so. But anyways, nice little website. These guys are, I'm noticing that, I mean, it looks like they're doing whatever the heck they want to do. Here's the other co-founder, Blake West. This guy's like a full-time musician. He's just having fun, you know what I mean? So not to say that you shouldn't have fun, but uh, he's also involved with what's this, Plume and Goldfinch Prime, and a lot of other opportunities that have come his way. He's already listing the information out here. Let's see, Goldfinch Prime, a new leader in the emerging RWA technology, RWA opportunity. That was an article from February from CoinDesk. So these guys are doing very well. I don't really see any issues or problems. Main thing I just want to say is that we know that Goldfinch is, from what I can see, uh, far below where it was, like the all-time high and all that kind of thing. But that is not alarming because a lot of crypto that are going to do extremely well are down 90% overall. And for the year, a lot of them are down 80 something, 90 something percent. That's not a problem. Only thing is, we want to be able to catch this when it comes back up. My personal thoughts on where Goldfinch is right now, market cap being at 55 million. I sure as heck would like to, if I was going to invest in it, I would try to get it under 50 million. We may have enough weeks between now and then to do that. If you're, how can I say, I noticed that about this time last year that this crypto was a lot higher. So some of you guys may be DCA'd in. You may be at like $2, stuff like that. My personal opinion, and like I said, not financial advice. If you're at like $2 or something like that, or $3 with this one, I probably wouldn't buy any more right now. I'm just saying. I would just hold that. Let's say if I had like 1,000 or 2,000, well, whatever. I don't want to start making amounts, but whatever I had, I would try to say, okay, if I got a lot, if I got a ton of that stuff already, and if I'm holding it at $2, there's no need of DCA and into this one. You need to look at some other things that you can just start with a fresh entry, and that you can get multiples on. Uh, my opinion, you'd be better off buying Avalanche below $20 instead of trying to come back here with this one, but even Avalanche is above 20 now. Maybe Cardano below $1, right? That's the safest bet on the world, right? So stuff like that would be better than, like DCAing if you already have a butt ton of money into Goldfinch. However, I do believe that Goldfinch will do very well. The only problem is that when you're taking these risks with certain cryptos, and you're still waiting on them to rise constantly, you have a problem. If they don't rise, then it's you. So you're the only one that can hold them. So my personal thoughts on the matter, make sure you're holding stuff that you know is going to go up, even if it is boring stuff like what Cardano or what Avalanche or stuff like that. Even if it's something boring, hold something that you know is going to go up. I do see that Goldfinch is going to probably do extremely well. However, what can I say? I'm feeling like I can get it at a better bargain than 67 cents. I feel like, maybe between now and then it can drop below 60 cents or something of that nature, or the market cap can go slightly below 50 million. Whatever happens, I think that everything's going to work out fine. But hey, yeah, I'm cheap, and I'm when it comes to like getting a good entry, I want to get a good entry for real right now. Even though this is down, we may be able to get a slightly better entry. We're not going to be able to get some of these entries for long, but it may be long enough to get something good. Al, Real Life Investing, have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.
Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.